Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to consolation action from the York Holiday Tournament. Platteview in the red jerseys and Elkhorn in the white. Platteview with a loss to York last night, and what a game it was in overtime. York took the win 57-52. Brady Heiman, 27 points in the ball game. Nate Thayer struggled from the field. It was really good defense by the Dukes. For Elkhorn, their loss in the first round, well, it basically came to Trevor Leach after they were down 27-14. Not out of the question in the first half. At halftime, actually, Trevor Leach went off for St. Cecilia, hitting 7 threes in the half. 6 of them came in the third quarter. 7 of them came in a row as well. Brady Heiman turns right in the paint, and he's got his first 2 up and in for Brady Heiman and the Platteview Trojans. So Platteview ranked number 2 in Class B coming into this holiday tournament. And only a loss to number 1 York in overtime. Well, that's probably not going to hurt the ranking too much there, as a 3 was put up by 24. That was Caden Schutte, and then a rebound last touched by the Trojans. A trapping zone. Nate Thayer gets the tip and the steal. The coast-to-coast layup is good for Nate Thayer. Like we mentioned, it was tough sledding yesterday for Nate Thayer, or last night, I should say, in the loss to York. Brady Danielson was playing defense. They were basically playing one-on-one, and boy, it was really good defense by both the guys. Danielson worked really hard as well. Nice little give and go and a slip down the lane. The shot good by Caden Schutte, the 6'1 sophomore. Right back to the other end. Thayer puts up the 3 in transition, no good. And the defensive rebound for Carter Mills. Here come the Antlers of Elkhorn. Mentioned it yesterday, but sometimes in Class B, your record can say, well, you're not a very good team. But then you look at some of the games, and you look at some of the scores, and you look at the opponents, and you go, you know what? That's a pretty good team that's only got 2 wins. I think that's the case for the Elkhorn Antlers. Class B, especially at the very top. Man, it's really good basketball, and some guys still learning kind of where they fit in with everybody else. So kind of a learning process for the season. A 3 in the corner was no good there by Evan Kingston. Right back the other way come the Elkhorn Antlers. Carry to Mills at the top to Schutte. Now into the corner it goes. That 3 goes up off the front, though. And Heiman the rebound. The shot was put up by Elliott Riley. Heiman, right side, wants to drive all the way from the three-point line. When 6'10" gets ahead of steam, you kind of let him go with 4 early points for Brady Heiman. Jackson turns and kicks it out. Didn't really want to challenge Heiman. I don't blame him either. Down the lane, though, a little 10-footer will not fall. Here come the Trojans. It's Kingston. First Matt, now Evan, now Matt for 3. Jackman the rebound. 3 minutes gone by in the opening period. Consolation matchup at the York Holiday Tournament on the boys' side. Baseline shot does not go. Thayer along the baseline, skip pass back into the left corner, and the 3 rattles home for Evan Kingston. Matt, a 5'10 senior, Evan, a 5'10 junior. Garrett Kerwin, Nate Thayer, and Brady Heiman, all seniors in the lineup for Platteview. It's not going to be a lot of guys off the bench for Platteview. Last night in that overtime game with York, really only Trey Brodsky was the only one, a 6'3 sophomore, to come off the bench. Excellent running of the floor. Pickering's layup, though, cannot connect. Jacob Pickering, a 5'11 senior, the leading scorer on the season, actually for Elkhorn. They trail right now 9-2. Thayer baseline with a left hand, no, but an offensive rebound for Kerwin. Gets tied up, and they'll call a hold. Reach and foul there on Wyatt Balin. Wyatt, a 6'1 junior. Mentioned some youth out there. Carter Mills and Lamani Jackman and Jacob Pickering, really the three seniors that will play significant minutes for Elkhorn, and it's a lot of juniors after that. So some learning experiences and a good opportunity to get some learning experience with this one. Going coast to coast, but Heiman misses the layup. After he picked up the steal on the little half-court trap. Elkhorn into the front court. Mills tries to attack Heiman. Had it blocked, and then Mills put it right back in and in. So a 30-second timeout taken by Elkhorn. Step aside as well. Platteview leading by 7. 3.5 minutes to go in the first.
Daniel McIntosh. I work for Truck Center Companies Columbus, and I'm a technician. I've always been interested in being a mechanic and working on stuff. I actually learned about this job through a friend, and he said it was a great place to work, so I decided I would apply, and I love it. It's good pay and good benefits, and I like my hours that I work. I like my weekends and stuff that I get off or my days off. And the other technicians in the shop were really good about answering any questions and helping out anytime I needed help. They also sent me through the TAP program in Omaha, and that was a lot of help as well. I learned a lot.
Picking things up with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Platteview leading Elkhorn 11-4, consolation game of the York Holiday Tournament. Thanks for joining us on Strive TV. It's Brady Heiman with a tough move into the lane. Tries to punch it up as he had it knocked free. And he got it knocked free because he was fouled in the act of shooting. So two free throws on the way for Brady Heiman. Drew Christo, 6'3" freshman, with a tough matchup. Drew going against a 6'10" kid. Okay. He's athletic. Okay. He's going to play basketball at the University of Nebraska. Good luck. 1 for 2 there for Heiman. Actually made them both, excuse me. And 13-4. Platteview on top. And a little half-court trap. That was deflected out of bounds. Kingston got a hand on that. Evan Kingston, that is. Wyatt Balin with it, top of the key for the Antlers. Good backdoor cut. Pickering over the top of Heiman, can't get it to go, and Heiman pulls down the rebound. Nate Thayer into the front court, throws it in the corner. Evan Kingston, 4-3, got it. Might go without saying here in this game this afternoon, but I don't think Elkhorn will defend quite as physically as York did last night. And if you saw that game, it was a whale of a game. And if you watched it or you were here, you talked to someone that was here, folks, that was Brady Heiman and Nate Thayer probably will not work that hard for their shots the rest of the year. Kingston gets the steal and breakaway. He is fouled on the way up by Elliott Riley. And we'll get a couple of free throws for his effort. He did. Plattview's lead is 14 here in the first quarter. Baseline drive, and Heiman blocks that one. Had 8 blocks last night, did Brady Heiman, to go along with his 27 points and 11 rebounds against York. Like we said, it really, honestly, wasn't a good shooting percentage for Heiman. York forced him into a lot of difficult shots, especially in the fourth quarter and overtime. Pickering, one dribble, picks it up. Has it on the wing for Christo. Now Pickering drives, has that one maybe partially deflected by Kingston, and here comes Nate Thayer with it. Heiman for three at the top. Kind of in rhythm, knocks that one down. So the three-pointer there for Heiman. 9 points already for Brady. And a foul at the other end on Platteview. They will get Matt Kingston for the foul. Matt will come out. And Trey Brodsky, the 6'3 sophomore, will come in. Again, and Brodsky is about the only sub off the bench that Platteview will play with some regularity anyway, although as soon as I say that, we see another one. Nick Wiebelhaus takes his warm-up jersey off and heads towards the end of the bench. Heiman misses from close range. Good defense there by Elkhorn, and Drew Christo clears the rebound. And on the drive, Mitch Carey is fouled. And the 6-foot junior will get a couple of free throws for his efforts. So here is Wiebelhaus. He's a 6'4 senior, wearing number 13. I don't think I have even had him written down here. So 13, Nick Wiebelhaus. "15-point Trojan lead. They've got the basketball. Thayer's got it on the right side. Brodsky dribbling all the way into the corner, leaves it for Thayer. Nate wants a screen, then pops up and knocks down the three right in front of Jacob Pickering. 24-6, Platteview on top with 40 seconds to go in the first period. Carey, nice dribble drive, gets in the lane but can't finish. And with Heiman on the bench, boy, that rim looks a little more inviting if you're Elkhorn right now. Thayer pulls up for a three, can't get it. Kerwin, though, with an offensive rebound. Back to Thayer in the corner. 20 seconds to go in the period. Pickering knocked it free for a moment. Thayer got it back. And a timeout going to be taken, a 30-second timeout taken by Platteview. So Heiman coming back into the game for the last 11 seconds of this first half. Rest of the day, we've got a rematch later tonight of the consolation game that you just saw. Hastings St. Cecilia and York will be our nightcap on the boys' side. We will have the girls' championship, and it's a doubleheader matchup of this matchup. It's Platteview and Elkhorn after their wins yesterday in the championship. That game's scheduled to start at 4 o'clock. And I say scheduled because yesterday we were a little ahead of schedule because the games were going so fast. And today we start the day with a double overtime game that just seemingly took a little longer to play anyway before we got into double overtime. And so we kind of begin this game just a little behind schedule. So written down as 4 o'clock for the start of the girls' championship with Platteview and Elkhorn. Thayer getting double teamed, throws it underneath. Heiman from close range, missed it once, missed it twice, but not the third time. Got it in there. And that is how we will end the first period of play. It is all Platteview right now, 26-6 at the end of one. Second period from the York Holiday Tournament is coming up next.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Platteview dominating in the first period over Elkhorn, 26-6. Evan Kingston with 8, including a couple of threes. Nate Thayer with 5. Brady Heiman, he's still very, very good, folks. 13 points in the first quarter for Heiman. Carter Mills, Jacob Pickering, and Caden Schutte each with a basket for Elkhorn in the first quarter. It is the Antlers with the ball to begin the second period. And they've got Drew Paquet out there right now. Drew wearing number 4. That's Mitch Carey with it in the corner, though. Working on Kingston, got to the rim. Got it over Heiman before Brady could rotate over and got the basket in there. So a nice dribble drive by Mitch Carey. Heiman on the right block, threw a little double team, had it maybe redirected. Thayer, though, with an offensive rebound, and back to Heiman he goes, who gets fouled on the shot. A couple of free throws for Brady Heiman coming. Drew Christo, the 6'3 freshman, picks up his second personal foul, 4th team foul on Elkhorn. And the second no good. So 14 points in the game for Heiman. Christo with dribble into the lane. Now Carey has it. Good defense out there on the wing by Kerwin. Pickering tried to get it back on the give and go. Kingston, though, swipes in there and takes it away. Evan leaves it for Matt, who knocks down the 3. I thought last night the two were twins for a little while there. They looked so much alike. Carey pulls up, his pull-up shot, no good. Christo tried for the tip-in, couldn't get it. And at the other end, another Matt Kingston 3, and again, it is good. The Kingston boys are lighting it up. Matt has both of them in this quarter. Evan had 2 of them in the first quarter. Christo on the block. Now gets a little backdoor cut to Pickering. Fouled on the way up. He'll get a couple of free throws. Garrett Kerwin, 6'3 senior, the guilty party there for Platteview. Lamani Jackman along with Wyatt Balin both into the game for Elkhorn. Carter Mills checks in as well. And that is Balin there with the offensive rebound. Kingston poked it free for a moment, but Balin gets it back. Now for Mills. Now he wanted to get to Carey. Here goes Mitch. Baseline. Cut off there. And a reach from behind on Kerwin. Platteview going to add a new player to the roster. Number 11 is Gavin Wickman. Checks into the ball game. And also in there for Elkhorn comes Parker Lang. No, I keep saying it's Parker Lang, and it's actually Caden Schutte. For some reason, the 4 looks like a 0 from up here. Not sure why. Mills had it poked free, gets it back. Now flips it underneath. Now it's taken away. Evan Kingston coming out of there with it. Leaves it for Heiman. Brady. Hard step down the lane, had it knocked free out of his hands as he went up for it. Thunder was about to rain down. But sometimes the MO is just don't get dunked on. Free throw good there for Heiman. The foul was on Lamani Jackman. I have a new Fitbit, and it just reminded me to move. Official's going to confer on this call here. Yeah, that was right. Jackman pulls down the rebound and quickly up ahead. That's Balin. Got behind the defense but cannot finish. Schutte misses as well, and Heiman pulls down the rebound and a foul in the backcourt. Nate Thayer into the front court, throws it in the corner for Brodsky. Trey's three, though, no good, and an offensive foul on Thayer, pushing off. So at the other end, a 1-and-1 here for Caden Schutte. Heiman from the elbow, no good, but an offensive rebound, the putback for Wiebelhaus. He'll get a couple of free throws. Wiebelhaus, 1 of 2 there. 37-9. Our score. And a tip and a steal there for Wickman. A shot by Thayer, no good. Carter Mills pulls down the rebound. And then Mills for 3 at the other end. But Lamani Jackson pulls it in, gets it in the corner for Balin. That's no good, and Heiman with a rebound. Now Brady leads the charge himself. Throws it up ahead. It was out of bounds off of Plattview's Wiebelhaus. And in for Platteview, here's another new name, Nathan Michaels, wearing 23. Nathan is a 6'3" senior. Sarah's going to get this chili gone before halftime. I just know it. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Cross court. That was deflected by Plattview's Wickman. Pickering, Carey, and Christo all into the game for Elkhorn. And we got a foul here on Nathan Michaels. 8-team foul, so a 1-and-1 for Pickering. Pickering on the run out. Little Euro step. Can't get the finish. The foul on the rebound is going to be on Elkhorn's Carter Mills. And to the other end, we will go for free throws for Platteview. Front end of the 1-and-1 good by Trey Brodsky. And we'll get the back end now with his team leading by 29. Good dribble drive off the glass and good. Great finish for Wyatt Balin. 2 minutes to go now in the second. Heiman gets an isolation. When he just spun from 15 feet. I take 5 steps and 3 dribbles from 15 feet. To be young and 6'10" again, or one time. Pickering back the other way, hands it off for Christo, and Drew lays it in. Good job in transition by the Antlers there. Heiman on the left side, throws it in the corner. Brodsky now, good ball, movement up top. Down the lane, had it stripped. Did Wickman, and then a jump ball is the call. It will stay with Platteview. Great execution on the inbounds. That's a three-pointer for Evan Kingston. Sorry, Sarah, you could have left the 3 there, I guess. he was bound to hit another one at some point. 30-point game in favor of Platteview. Cristo in the lane, battling about. Platteview rips it out of there, though. Matt Kingston now to the top of the circles. With 20 seconds to go, a travel as he takes the pass. That's Josh Fryer, number 5, a 6-foot junior. And so Elkhorn will get one final crack at it here in this first half. Mitch Carey with his dribble. Hands it off for Balin. Wyatt hangs down the lane, rattles one home over the top of the defense. Back the other way, Kingston in the corner. There's a 3 at the buzzer that is no good. Short by Fryer, and we've reached halftime. It is all Platteview, though, in the consolation of the York Holiday Tournament. 43-15 at the halftime break. We'll have a highlight or two. We'll have some scoring stats. All that coming up during halftime here on Strive TV.
Daniel McIntosh. I work for Truck Center Companies Columbus, and I'm a technician. I've always been interested in being a mechanic and working on stuff. I actually learned about this job through a friend, and he said it was a great place to work, so I decided I would apply, and I love it. It's good pay and good benefits, and I like my hours that I work. I like my weekends and stuff that I get off or my days off. And the other technicians in the shop were really good about answering any questions and helping out anytime I needed help. They also sent me through the TAP program in Omaha, and that was a lot of help as well. I learned a lot going through that program. I would highly recommend this job to some younger kids or some like high school students or even some other techs that have been doing it for a while.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work the computer system and get them up and running so the customer can workhorses that are built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
Heiman, right side, wants to drive all the way from the three-point line. When 6'10", gets ahead of steam, you kind of let him go. And 4 early points for Brady Heiman. Mentioned some youth out there, Carter Mills and Lamani Jackman and Jacob Pickering, really the 3 seniors that will play significant minutes. Of Heiman, can't get it to go, and Heiman pulls down the rebound. Nate Thayer into the front court, throws it in the corner. Evan Kingston, 4-3, got it. Brodsky dribbling all the way into the corner, leaves it for Thayer. Nate wants it screen, then pops up and knocks down the three right in front of Jacob Pickering. Of the girls' championship with Platteview and Elkhorn. Thayer getting double teamed, throws it underneath. Heiman from close range, missed it once, missed it twice, but not the third time. Got it in there. McKay out there right now. Drew wearing number 4. That's Mitch Carey with it in the corner, though. Working on Kingston, got to the rim. Got it over Heiman before Brady could rotate over and got the basket in there. So a nice dribble. Pickering tried to get it back on the give and go. Kingston, though, swipes in there and takes it away. Evan leaves it for Matt, who knocks down the three. Pulls up shot, his pull-up shot no good. Christo tried for the tip-in, couldn't get it. And at the other end, another Matt Kingston three, and again, it is good. The Kingston boys are lighting it up. Good dribble drive off the glass and good. Great finish for Wyatt Balin. Heiman gets an isolation when he just spun from 15 feet. Great execution on the inbounds. That's a three-pointer for Evan Kingston. All Platteview, though, in the consolation of the York Holiday Tournament, 43-15 at the halftime break. I have a highlight or two. We'll have some scoring stats. All that coming up during halftime here on Strive TV. Halftime scoring, it is Platteview 43 and Elkhorn 15. Sarah Bruni, would you be so kind as to put your microphone on? You got to turn the headset around. There you go. We just need to know who did the scoring and how much they had.
Okay. So for Platteview, we have Brady Heiman with 17 points. And then for Elkhorn, leading scorer was Jacob Pickering.
Well, do them all. Don't just do the leading ones. Come on now.
Mitch Carey with 2, Wyatt Balin with 2, Drew with 2, Carter Mills also had 2, Caden had 2, and Drew Cristo also had 2 for Elkhorn. And then for Platteview, Matt Kingston was 6, Nate Thayer was 7, Trey Brodsky with 1, and Nick Wiebelhaus with 1 as well.
Forgive her, folks. She's been in Europe for a long time, so that's why it was Cristo instead of Cristo. But that's fine. That was a 3, by the way, for Matt Kingston for Platteview. And the Trojan lead is 31. That was a good job on the microphone.
Thank you.
Face is pretty red, but that's okay. Thayer gets a bank shot on a fadeaway. I'll get the GoPro out later. We'll film you doing that again. At the end of the game, maybe. Thayer from the top of the key is 3 off the front, no good, but an offensive rebound. Kerwin got it, and a foul, and a chance at a 3-point play for Garrett Kerwin. We could have looked at him. He was just taking a picture. Three-point play for Garrett Kerwin. Lamani Jackman guarded by Brady Heiman. On the wing for Caden Schutte. Backside is a nice pass. Can't finish on the shot. That time was Elliott Riley. And Platteview quickly into the front court. Thayer in the corner. Goes underneath for Kerwin. Heiman throws it out on the wing, and that is Evan Kingston for 3. (54-15). 5.5 minutes to go. To the free throw line goes Elliott Riley. And he will shoot a couple after the foul by Matt Kingston, which is his 3rd and the first team foul of the half on the Trojans. Cristo comes in, Jackman to the bench. Pickering about to check in at the next opportunity. Looks like he'll come in for Elliott Riley. So Pickering in, Platteview will inbound. As an aside, Platteview 2 points away from the 40-point margin, which would put us into a running clock for the remainder of the game. And Garrett Kerwin got fouled and will have 2 free throws to try to do just that. Well, that's no way to get to 40. That thing came off his hands. I don't know if you could hear it, but the entire Platteview bench all went, ooh, what? at the same time. That was better. So 39 our margin with 5:06 to play here in the third quarter. And Kerwin grabbed it. Got a little bump actually from his teammate Nate Thayer and ends up traveling with it, so Elkhorn will get it back. In the corner, a three from Mitch Carey, no good, and Heiman brings it ahead himself. Kerwin quickly underneath, now swings it back up and around. Heiman to Thayer on the near side. Dribble in, kick out, but a steal first by Schutte. Good job by Caden to get a hand up, deflect it, and then control. This is a long two. That was no good by Pickering. The rebound tipped around. And here comes Matt Kingston with it. Over to Evan. Driving a kick. That's Heiman on the left block. Double team comes. He swings it out and around. Long two for Heiman. And there we are at 41 as our difference. So we should be, the officials, as they're running down the floor, both mentioning or motioning to the score bench that we will be in the running clock situation for the rest of the game, even though we fall back under 40 after that three by Mitch Carey. So our only stoppages will be the stop between third and fourth quarter and timeouts, and should there be any safety concerns for anyone on the floor. But otherwise, we will, dead balls will not, a normal dead ball will not stop the clock or free throws or anything like that. It's a Schutte in the lane with the left hand. He cannot finish, but will get a couple of free throws after the foul by Kerwin. And Schutte makes good on the first. Thayer's got it on the left wing. Nate drives, kicks it in the corner. There goes the three from Evan Kingston. Now Thayer, a little power dribble. The shot will not fall, though, but the rebound is out of bounds off of Elkhorn. And will stay with Platteview. And a throw up top. Balin gets a steal, and it's tipped back in, saved to Balin, and then taken back by Platteview. Gavin Wickman comes back with it when it's all said and done. Thayer on the block. Goes with a left-hand fadeaway. Got that one rattled home. Nate Thayer knocks it down, and Nate's got 11 points in the ballgame after he had 9 last night against York. An overtime matchup, an overtime classic is what it was here at the Duke Dome. So York and Hastings St. Cecilia will be in the boys' championship, scheduled to start at 5:45 tonight. The girls' championship will actually be a rematch of this game that you're watching right now. It'll be the Elkhorn Antlers and the Platteview Trojans in the girls' championship, scheduled to start at 4 o'clock. With this running clock, we're going to be helped out to get back on schedule. We were knocked off schedule with the first game of the day. York and St. Cecilia on the girls' side in the consolation matchup. St. Cecilia wins in double overtime, 44-41. A game that was really marred by to be perfectly honest, really sloppy play by both teams, especially in the first half. We got a little bit of rhythm in the second half, and then, boy, we hit both overtimes and saw a grand total of think it was 9 points scored in 2 overtimes between the two teams. So, yeah, it was a little rough. Evan Kingston gets that basket. 61-22. The final 5 seconds of the third quarter. Does Pickering no? Now he'll just shoot the three at the buzzer and off the front. It goes. So at the end of 3, we're 8 minutes away from a final. It is Platteview 61, Elkhorn 22. Come back for the fourth quarter after this.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work a computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
So a lot of younger players out there for Platteview that aren't normally in the regular playing rotation for the Trojans. We'll try to get you out there. Nick Wiebelhaus wearing 13. Trey Brodsky wearing 25. With the ball is 33, Connor Stout. 11 is Gavin Wickman. And 23 is Nathan Michaels. First foul there on Trey Williams of Elkhorn wearing number 1. First time we've called Trey's name. Down the lane and the shot good by Gavin Wickman. Gavin makes his first points of the night. The lead is 41. Once again, a reminder that we will be in a running clock situation for the remainder of this ball game as Platteview reached the 40-point plus margin back in the third quarter. So our only stoppages the rest of the way would be official team timeouts or an official stoppage for an injury or such. Drew Christo gets a chance at a three-point play as he has a good quick cut. Draws the foul on Connor Stout. And he makes good on said three-point play. Perfect, Sarah. Thank you. Three from the left wing is no good by Wickman. The Antlers control. Pull-up shot. Pickering knocks it down. From the right wing, a three. No good by Stout, and here comes, whoa, for a moment, here come the Antlers, but right back comes Platteview. Not quite finishing there was Nathan Michaels, but a couple of free throws for the 6'3" senior. In for Elkhorn comes Kyler Beekman, a 6'2 sophomore. In for Platteview comes Josh Lintz, a 5'10 senior. Second free throw was no good for Michaels. Pickering, nice offensive rebound. Can't get the finish, but another chance at it, and a chance at a three-point play for Trey Williams. So Williams gets the rebound, putback, and foul. Draws that foul on Jacob Pickering. Oh, I take that, I'm sorry. Nick Wiebelhaus, the guilty party there for Platteview. 6 fouls whistled against Platteview in the half and 4 against Elkhorn. Lintz misses from the corner, and here come the Antlers with under 3 minutes to go. Timeout for some subs here. See Platteview bringing in Braxton Karnick. It is he and Brodsky that are the only sophomores on the roster for Platteview, so it's still a lot of seniors and juniors out there. Platteview will come back from the holiday break on the 5th of January with a home game against Gretna. 5-1 for Gretna on the season coming into the holiday tournament. And then on Friday nights or Saturday night, then they will turn around and play at Plattsmouth. Ashland Greenwood looms on the 9th before a matchup at undefeated Wahoo on January the 12th. Capital Conference, January 23rd through the 27th. Will be some good competition for these Trojans, but certainly some games that will keep their attention, and some games where they can perhaps refine a few more players and maybe find one more player for the rotation. And for Platteview, without Rayshon Hovalt and his torn ACL, that's 12 points and 5 rebounds sitting on the bench for the rest of the year. So probably, can you replace all 12? Maybe not, but you find a way to get an extra 6, or maybe defensively get an extra 6 a game. That would go a long ways against some of these teams coming up. For Elkhorn, they will come back from Christmas with a game against winless Ralston on January the 2nd. So next Tuesday they will be in action. And then they'll get Plattsmouth on Friday before traveling to Aurora. So Elkhorn fans, you can watch your team play in Aurora on the Aurora Strive channel coming up next week on Saturday night. And then road game to Elkhorn South and Gross and Blair. So some opportunities perhaps for a win or two for the Antlers to try to get some positive momentum going. Nice little step over there for Ben Furstenberg. And that is how we will end this contest. All Platteview here today in the boys consolation with the York Holiday Tournament, 65-53 when it's all said and done. No highlights? Sarah, can we do the scoring? Oh, she's writing Ben Furstenberg's name down first. And that he had a basket. And now Sarah can tell us the individual scoring for the game.
Okay, Trey Williams had 4 in the second half.
This is Elkhorn.
This is Elkhorn, yes. And then Mitch Carey had 2 in the second half.
Do the whole game scoring.
Okay, 4 total.
Okay.
Wyatt Balin had 2 total. Drew
Paquet
had 2 for the whole game. Carter Mills had 4 for the whole game.
3.
He had 3?
2 and 1.
Yep, sorry, 3. Elliott Riley had 1. Jacob Pickering, 5. Parker Lang, whoops, let's see. Garrett had 4, it looks like. And then we had Drew Cristo with 4 as well.
And for Platteview?
Let's see here. Let me add these up first.
Okay. Well, while she's doing that, we will be pretty much right on a 4 o'clock start this afternoon for the girls' championship, and it is Elkhorn and Platteview. That is coming up. You will see that in its entirety here on the York Strive channel. And then we will have for tonight, the nightcap is the boys' championship between York and Hastings St. Cecilia. Both teams ranked near the top of their respective classes. St. Cecilia number 5 in Class C2, and the York boys ranked number 1 in Class B, beating the number 2 ranked team, this Platteview team that we just saw defeat Elkhorn. They beat them last night. And on the girls' side, you've got the Elkhorn girls. They are ranked number 3, Platteview number 2 in the girls' rankings in Class B. So the girls' championship coming up here at 4 o'clock should be a doozy, and so should the boys' championship coming up at the end of the night. Sarah Bruni, our final scoring for Platteview.
So Matt Kingston for Platteview had 9 total points. Evan Kingston had 16 total points. Nate Thayer had 11. Brady Heiman had 19. Gavin, number 11, had 2. And then Nathan Michaels had 2 points.
Fine job, Sarah. By the end of the day, you'll be able to do play-by-play all by yourself.
We'll see about that.
We're looking forward to that. So, final count in the boys' consolation game. Platteview 65, Elkhorn 33. Stay with us on Strive TV. We will shut the stream down for just a few minutes, kind of let things cool off for a minute. But we will be ready for opening tip around 4 o'clock for the girls' championship. It is Platteview and Elkhorn coming up next on Strive TV.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today.